I'm hoping to get serious, seriously serious about my YouTube stuff. Enter the stylist that likes to share. Here is Amber with knowledge and care. And if you like the vibe, like and subscribe. The girls just went back to school today for after Christmas break. So this is officially the first day that things are kind of like back on normal schedule. So perfect day to start my, I guess, New Year's resolution of sorts is to get seriously serious about this YouTube thing and see where I can go with it. Yeah, because I do have lots to share. I just need to get a plan. I've been so chaotic, definitely learning a lot, which is awesome, and definitely more to learn, which is also awesome, but also intimidating, but also exciting because getting right into it. And I think my sister might be getting into it a little bit of her own, on her own, which could be fun because then maybe we can kind of help each other out. But if not, that's fine too. I know I'm going to find people along the way that can do this with me and help me more and more. I've already found some great people just on the internet, just through like being more active on YouTube, actually engaging with the chats, going on live streams and such. And I ordered a book today from one of the people I follow on a couple of different channels they have. Savvy from Savvy Writes Books and Your Morning Guru. There's also another guy, RK Gold, on there. He's awesome too. They've just been super helpful with their little morning live stream, and then also the content that she has in regards to small business and owning your own business and running your own business. And she's a writer, which to me, I just translate to art because I'm an artist and writing is art. And so when she talks about writing in general, I just kind of, for my purposes, just kind of think as an artist, and it really translates well as far as I'm concerned, as far as, like just the whole plight of an artist of having this talent and needing to find people to purchase whatever it is, purchase your skills, your labor, your book, your whatever, your music. Like, you got to find the people who are actually willing to give you money in exchange for this talent. So, yeah, and that's part of being, a savvy business owner, and that's the name of her book. So I am hoping that that will help me. I've been an independent stylist now for, trying to think, about 12 or 13 years. And I've been doing hair for about 18, 19 years. Yeah, going on 19 years, which is crazy. Yeah, so anyways, I've worked as an independent stylist, an independent artist, trying to figure out that whole landscape. And it's very similar to lots of other artists. I've also done paintings, and I've done, I've commissioned my work for lots of different things, for restaurants, for paintings, for furniture. People have asked me to do all sorts of different things for them, painting murals, and I don't know. So I know this industry from a lot of different aspects. I've also sold jewelry before. I've seen that whole aspect of it being, getting a commission or selling it, through a retail store that gives you, a percentage of the retail sales. Anyways, it's just super interesting to kind of navigate this, more independently. I've always said I never wanted to be an independent stylist because of all these aspects that are so difficult. My true talent is in my art, not necessarily in my business skills. So this is something I need to step up. And this is that's my real, I guess, New Year's resolution, is getting my business mindset on track. A lot of the business classes that I took over the last couple of years in relation to the school were mediocre at best, and I'm just being super honest. They were more of mindset training, more of, you know, just a second, I'll show you what I'm talking about. John C Maxwell, this kind of stuff. I've read all of his books and all of his friends' books, and I don't disagree with a lot of the thought behind the book, but just, and I guess it wasn't him, because I did mention on one of the live streams with Savvy that I thought that was how I found her. I'm not exactly sure how I found her. I think it was through Emily D. Baker, who is a commentator for legal stuff, and I think she mentioned Savvy, and because of her books and her reviews on books, and so maybe that was how. I'm not sure, but anyways, I know that these books in particular by John C. Maxwell and books like it are what made me question the business mindset and where your priorities lie as a business owner, because all of the business classes that I had gone to were breaking down numbers and business strategies to some extent, but to the bigger extent, they were pushing this mindset training that your business will grow if you can essentially manipulate your employees to work harder for you. It literally says in one of John C. Maxwell's books about, like, you know, creating the family environment because people will do anything for family or something along those lines. I need to do better. That's another thing I need to do better when I make my videos. If I make quotes and stuff, I need to be able to cite my sources because I think that's super important. But I'm paraphrasing, but if you really need to know, I can find it. If anybody even watches this far, that's the thing, right? If you watch this far, can you please just like put a little emoji in the comments and like my video? If you like the vibe, like and subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. Like, subscribe and make a comment and share, you know. So that's another thing I need to do better about, figuring out my YouTube strategy, and one of them is like bombarding you with reminders so you will help spread the word. So anyways, yeah, family, you're my family, right? You'll do anything for me. Yeah, that's what John C. Maxwell says. If you make people think that you're like family, they'll do anything for you. And so, yeah, my last job, that definitely played a part in where we butted heads. The first school as well, probably. Both of the schools, and that's another thing I'm babbling here, but what I'm getting to is the schools in general have the same, I swear they're on the same circuit as all these MLM conferences. The MLM conferences have all these people with this mindset training, and they also go to the conferences for the business owners of these schools. And I know this because I talked with the business owners of these schools. I've had meetings with the business owners of many schools. The first school that I worked for was very involved with the community of cosmetology school owners, and, you know, was very involved in like the state board kind of stuff, and just very involved in the politics of owning a school and all that. The second school was not as involved in that aspect of it because they were a franchise. So they were more involved in their franchises, politics and such. But I will tell you, it's very similar with this whole mindset training thing, which again, I agree with some aspects of it, because yes, you know, we need to have positivity, and you should treat your employees at a standard level. And I do agree with John C Maxwell that, you do need to have, when you're a manager, you have to kind of look at your employees as a whole. You can't look at them as just a moneymaker for you. You need to make sure you're supporting them outside of work, as far as like, and this is my take on it, that's appropriate to a point. You need to support them on the fact that, yes, there is a life outside of work, but you don't need to be involved in that life outside of work. That life outside of work does not need to become your work. And that's where I think this gets all mushy and messed up. You shouldn't have to do anything for your job. You shouldn't have to sacrifice, your literal body, your literal body in pain or in agony, or being too tired, or multiple things that I have done over the years, physically putting myself out. And I could go into that, but that's another video if you want more information on how I've physically hurt myself because I thought I needed to work harder for my family. So that's on me because I am still learning to set boundaries. I'm still learning how to deal with my own personal family dynamic and how to set boundaries in a positive way that, I don't know, that aren't hurtful, but still get the job done. Because, just because a boundary is hard doesn't mean it's wrong. I think that's something that a lot of employers are realizing now. They want to say like, oh, it's these millennials, they don't know how to work. I'm looking at it like, no, they know how to work, but they're not going to work hard for peanuts. And yeah, they're going to speak up for themselves. Good for them. I'm glad that we are breeding a younger generation of people that aren't going to put up with other people's shit, honestly. So, I commend these young millennials. Honestly, I'm an old millennial, so maybe I got a little millennial. If you look at the different demographics, it might say that I'm a millennial and I'm 85. So if I am a millennial, I'm at the very oldest part of it. So maybe that's why I have this mindset as well. It's my millennial showing. Like, I'm not going to just work hard and harder and harder and harder and just never be like, wait a minute, I am working so hard and getting nowhere. Can we reevaluate? So that's kind of where both jobs ended with me, is they wanted to say, it's mindset training. Oh, it'll just be a little longer before things get better. Oh, we'll just do this and things will get better. Oh, we'll just do this and things will get better. Instead of being like, maybe we could actually like make some good changes here. And I know people hate it when people come in and try to say, you need to do this and you need to do that. But I swear to goodness, which I can be guilty of that for sure. I'm not going to deny. But I swear to goodness, I really tried to use their model of what they wanted to give them what they wanted. And a lot of times I just went too fast. And that was also told for me, is that I get an idea and I roll with it and I do it, which was a good thing when they wanted it, but it was a bad thing when they didn't want it, which I totally understand. But it's hard as an employer or an employee, for someone to say, here's a project, roll with it. And then the next project, say, here's a project. Wait, you went too fast on that one. I don't like that. It's just lots of confusion like that, and always just wanting you to work harder when they wanted you to work harder, but not wanting you to work harder if it impeded, if I was going too fast for their likings, or trying to change too much too quickly, or maybe not even change, but just do what they wanted me to do to the fuller extent, and I was doing it too much too quickly. I don't know. It's really confusing in hindsight. Some of it I do believe was just me being overzealous and trying too hard, and honestly overcommitting myself. I know it's my own fault. So I dug my own hole with my enthusiasm, but I also know that my enthusiasm was also taken advantage of. For sure. My enthusiasm, my passion for what I wanted, what the career that I wanted as an educator, was taken advantage of. And that makes me really sad because it burned out my spirit. I just have to cry a little bit every video, you know. Yeah, it burned my spirit. I wanted to be an educator for like almost 20 years. So now I'm reevaluating. Now I'm trying to bring education to YouTube. I know I feel like I've been making this video time and time again, that I'm like, okay, now I'm really getting started. This time is for real, for real, for real. You know, this time things are really happening. And I think every time I say that, things really do happen. Progress is made. I am going super slow and trying to document it along the way. I've told you before, a lot of the things that I film don't end up getting uploaded because I get all in my head about it. Especially if I start editing it and I'm just like, ugh, what is she talking about? And I just don't put it up. But I think I'm just gonna start putting it all up there. I know that really puts me out there more for more rhetoric or whatnot, but yeah, we'll see. And I am going to start working on my apprenticeship plan, and so that's what I plan to work on today, and start documenting that and see where that goes. I need to talk to the owners of the salon and see where they are on that, and maybe I'll try to record some of that as well. Yeah, so we'll see how today goes. Hopefully I am recording, and hopefully I am uploading, and I'm not just making these promises yet again and stalling and whatever I've been doing. I don't know, getting caught up in my own crazy, crazy is not a word they say you should use anymore. I know there's a lot of words like that I gotta be careful about, but I have been diagnosed as some things personally. Anxiety for sure. Borderline personality disorder, they said that I don't have, but I definitely can tend to pick up traits that are similar to that at times when I'm in an unhealthy state. So when I say crazy, I'm crazy, and I claim my crazy, and I try to deal with my crazy. I am an adult child of an alcoholic, and that's a whole syndrome that I really am a poster child for. So yeah, and I claim that, and so if I ever say crazy, I am not saying it in a way to demean anybody who is legit crazy. I'm legit crazy. I think all of us can be on a spectrum of some sort in there, and no matter where you are, you know, I love and respect you as long as you're trying to, I mean, not as long as, wherever you land in that, just know, like, take care of yourself. Do what you gotta do to take care of yourself. Don't be above therapy, medication, help. Yeah, there's some bad people out there, and it's gonna be a long struggle to find the right doctor, the right therapist, whatever you need, the right friends, the right family even. And that can be the hardest part sometimes, is disassociating with people that are just not ready to make this journey of, you know, trying to better yourself. So good luck with all of that. And yeah, just know when I say crazy, I don't mean it with any disrespect. And also, I've earned it. Just like fat people have the right to say fat. I've been fat. I am fat right now. I got fat that I can jiggle. So I'm fat, and yeah. So whatever you are, I think you have the right to say, I'm a fat woman. That's crazy, and it is what it is. And I'm got a lot of other great things that I'm very proud of. So I'm not gonna let any of those things get me down. Yeah, because I'm wonderful in a lot of other ways, even though I have a lot of stuff to work on, and it's okay. So this will be it for my little vlog. I think I've babbled long enough, and if you made it this far, thank you, and love ya.